So welcome back. It's still E-Vibes, the entertainment show on Signature TV. We have a wonderful guest with us today. Her name is Mrs. Tosin Dokpesi. She's a seasoned broadcaster, a broadcast administrator with a distinguished career of close to 3 decades. So the wonderful Mrs. Tosin Dokpesi is a Nigerian managing director of African Independent Television AIT, and she has been elected as a board member of the Global International Academy of Television Arts and Science, aka Emmy Awards. Wow! The Academy announced her election along that of other 4 directors, 2 alternates, and 47 members from 20 different countries in a press statement issued by the organization. Wow, and we have her here with us on Zoom. It's so lovely to have you here, Ma. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Can you hear me?
It's a pleasure to have you, man.
You're
Thank
looking
you.
amazing, Ma.
And
Thank you very
congratulations on
much.
your election on the Board of
Thank you.
International Arts and Science.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
So can you just tell us a bit, what does this mean for you personally and professionally?
It means a lot to me. I didn't see it coming. I was encouraged to apply for it by a colleague. That's the CEO of Star Times, Mr. Tunde. I know. A very big thank you to him. He recommended me to the academy, and then I got the response from the academy. I was asked to fill the form and to wait when they would have their elections, if I would be among those that would be appointed. I'm glad it came through. So it's a big one for me. It's an international academy, and it's going to create a big opportunity. They have over 900 members, so you can imagine having close to 900 people you can liaise with, learn from. So it's a big one, and I'm glad it's coming at this time.
Okay. So, like with this appointment that has been given to you, right? How will you use it to the benefit of broadcasting and entertainment in Nigeria?
Interestingly, I'm not the only one from Nigeria. I think
Yeah.
there have been not. Mr. Tunde, I know, is also a member. So it's an opportunity for us to help the industry. We're going to be having a lot of contact people you can always reach out to when you need to have some training, you need to do some productions. You have a larger number of people now you can work with, you can affiliate with. So it's going to really help. And not just for AIT, but for anyone who is ready to work with me or work with anyone that is a member. One will be willing to link them up with those who are members of the academy. And I'm sure there will be a lot we can learn from them, since most of them are not from Nigeria. They're from different parts of the world. They're members from different parts of the world. So it's a great opportunity to learn, to gain experience, to have joint production with people from other parts of the world.
Okay. Wow.
Ma, so being a wonderful broadcaster for over like 20 years now, can you tell us how you think broadcasting has been, like when you started and now? Like, how has there been any improvement? Do you think there are some things that should be that hasn't like been done and all? Can you tell us about that?
A lot has changed, especially with social media. Even before we TV stations or radio stations get to break the news, is already on social media, even though it has its advantage and disadvantage. I remember when my husband passed, and before I could reach my daughter, it was already on social media. So it has its positive side and it has its negative side. But then a lot is being done, and those of us in TV and radio, we have a lot to do so that we don't allow those on social media to just push us to the back. Yes, we've tried. When I was there, when I started, we loved the job. I was just like both of you. I started while I was still in the university, and then I graduated and I got to do my NYC there and then continue the job. So we loved what we were doing. We would sleep in the office, not minding the salary. But that passion was just there that, look, there are people waiting to see us. There are people waiting to hear the news. There are people waiting to watch our programs. So we're there doing our research, learning, practicing, and making sure when we go on air, there are no mistakes, there are no errors, and people would always want to come back tomorrow again to see us. I don't know how much of research is being done now. People just get up and get on TV. So at times they're even embarrassed by their guests who know more than them. As a presenter, you must know more than your guest so that you have all the questions. Even if you have a tricky guest who tries to throw a question at you, you are able to answer. So I think that is really not done. Yep.
All right. So, Mrs. Tosin Dokpesi is a big name, especially in the broadcasting firm. And I would like you to share us your journey through from the beginning to this point of you being elected for this wonderful award.
Okay, I started. Well, I've always loved TV. I've always loved TV. I used to watch with my dad, and I'll hear him criticizing people and just watching. I studied zoology, and then when I started, went back to the University of Lagos. I graduated from the University of Lagos, but I went back there to do a postgraduate diploma in mass comm. So while I was in the university, I was freelancing with some production houses. I had programs that ran on the Nigerian Television Authority. And when it was time to do my NYC, I was posted to Dark Communications. So I served with Ray Power. But before then, I had actually done the interview to be employed in AIT, but AIT had not started. So I finished my NYC and I got the job to work with AIT. So I've always been with AIT apart from a year or two that I freelanced with Clapperboard and then some production outfit. So I started as a presenter with Ray Power and moved on to AIT. But while doing AIT, it was a great privilege for us. You could work on TV and you could also work on radio. So we were doing both. You finish your radio program, you come to TV, you do it. But one thing I told myself then that I didn't just want to be a presenter. So I was also working as a programs officer. And that's how I rose to become the managing director. I wasn't just a presenter. Yeah. So when you're there, don't just be a presenter, but learn more. Because being in a TV house and a radio house, you have opportunities to learn a lot. Production, learn how to handle the camera, how to edit. So you can always find yourself anywhere, even when you're outside the country, and the talent you have, you'll be able to showcase it wherever you go. So don't just stick to one, especially when you work with a media house. Try to learn all. I pray you have good bosses who would allow you to get the experience around all the departments in the station.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a big one. Okay, so I'm actually curious, right? You're a science student, and yes, you studied zoology. Most science students will actually feel they can't feature into broadcasting. They can't feature into the press or journalism because they are science students. And we know that broadcasting and journalism is an art. You have to go through art courses to be able to be probably a presenter, a reporter, and all the rest of them. So what advice would you give to such people that have passion to be a presenter or to work to be a journalism rather?
Okay, I actually wanted to be a doctor. So that was why I read sciences. But after trying JAMB once or twice, I just lost interest. But I've always loved English and loved watching TV, like I said. By the time I got to the university, I just lost interest. And all I wanted was just the media. But I could not change. I had to finish zoology. So I graduated with a BSc zoology. But you must know what you want. Immediately, I didn't get to do the science. I would tell myself, thank God I didn't get to do medicine because I can't stand blood. I can't do this. So I just love taking care of people. That was why I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
But after that, I just got that interest. I just want media. I want media. And I started, luckily, I also had a friend, Kumbi Wura Lashes, Kumbi Farino there. where we would just look for what to do. We just look for what to do, and God did it. I was able to get some jobs to do.
All right, I think network is actually disturbing this wonderful conversation now. You know, what do you think, Layomi? Because this is a very critical
Into
and serious
with the
conversation for
media.
people like us to have. All right, I think she's back
Yes.
now. Hello, Ma, can you hear us?
Okay. Yes, sorry about that. So it's
Okay.
just, you must know what you want. When you get into the university, if you thought, okay, this is what I want, and then you're there. Go ahead, get your BSc, get your BA. But you come out there are courses you can do. There are different courses you can do in the media. When I finished with my BSc, I came into the company and I told myself to
Yeah, well, I really love the
I don't
fact
want them to
that
sack me. One day they'll say
you're
that,
not
am I back?
into something, but
Am I
you have passion for something.
Okay.
Okay,
sorry
very
about
sorry, Ma. I think the
yeah,
network is actually
the
fluctuating
network.
here,
Yeah.
but we can hear you now, so please continue.
So let me so just decide what you want. I did now decided when I started working in dark communications that look, I must get a degree in mass comm, and I went back to University of Lagos.
Okay.
I did my postgraduate diploma in mass comm. I went to the NTA Television College, did basic production, did intermediate production, and then there have been other courses, IPAN. There have been other courses I've also done in the media. So once you know what you want, you might have your BSc in history, but you know you want broadcasting. Just get all these courses and learn, or you can decide to go back to school. But before you go, really, before filling your JAM form, by the time you're in your SS3, SS2, what exactly do I want to do? And I believe nowadays parents don't really influence their children anymore, but they should listen to them. What talent does my child have? It's not now then when everybody wanted their child to either be a doctor or a lawyer. So know what you want, but learn it. I read zoology, but I went back to school. I went to training institutions to learn more about broadcasting and also learned on the job. I had a lot of good teachers. Your boss, Mr. V. Martin Ilo, was also one of my teachers when I got to dark communications. Was one of those who put me through when I got there.
Okay,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that wonderful advice.
Insight,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that it's quality. You can't really see such advice like that anyway. Thank you so much for that, Ma. We hear that you be leaving AIT soon. Can you tell us a bit about what informed that decision to leave AIT? Because I'm sure a lot of us will miss you.
Yeah, and some people are heartbroken that you'll be leaving soon too.
No, if I leave that communications does not mean I'm leaving broadcasting or leaving the media.
Okay.
It continues. Once a broadcaster, always a broadcaster. You'll be surprised you find me in your station handling one program or the other. You know?
Yeah.
So yes, it's our tenure that came to an end. Part of the policy of the company that executive directors who have done up to 10 years, it's time for them to leave. So, and some of us have done 10 years or more. So we've done our bit, but that does not mean leaving dark communications or AIT does not mean I'm leaving broadcasting or leaving the media. I'm still there, very much there, by the grace of God.
Okay. So, Ma, I have another personal question to ask. So, as a career woman, right, and we know that most of our mates are all also aspiring to be a career woman, we want to know how you juggle your career and your family. How are you able to blend it? And, of course, we know that you lost your husband a year ago and you have a daughter. So, how do you juggle family and work as a career woman?
Okay, you must plan. You must pray. One, I'm a Jesus woman. I love God a lot, so I depend on Him to guide me. But yes, my husband passed last year, but while he was alive, yes, I was working for him. But then he also retired and left us alone. So it's just a plan. I don't believe in that. When my daughter was in secondary school, I was taking her to school every day. And I had days I would go to pick her, not every day, but I decided maybe 3 times or 2 times in a week, I would pick her from school. So I was part of her school. Even abroad, you have people who do school runs. So it's just to plan, depending on the kind of job you have and the kind of bosses you have, if it's not your own company or your own business. Even some are doing their businesses and they still don't have time for the family. It shouldn't be. None should suffer. You just should pray about it and learn to plan it. Okay, today I'll wake up early so that I don't get to work late. I must drop her in school. I have my break time. I will use that to pick her from school. So there are times where we have the off at work that you can use to do some of these things. And your husband, you learn to get home, spend time. A lot nowadays, everybody's on the phone, so nobody's talking to anyone. Everyone is just looking down. Nobody's looking up. You must also stop that. Put down your phone. Tell yourself after 8, let the phone rest. I want to sit and discuss with my husband. How was your day? What happened today? Or there are days you decide to close early so that you could spend time with your child, or over the weekend. Weekend again, everyone is busy, one function or the other. It's up to you to plan. You must know what you want and what works for you.
Okay, wow, interesting. Okay, all right. On a final note, Mar. So you've been a managing director of AIT for over 10 years now.
Yeah.
Now, our question is, for someone that wants to start up his or her own television station, what advice would you give to that person?
You must be sure that you are ready. You must be sure you're ready. Once you get your license from MBC, National Broadcasting Commission, you get your license. You don't just get license and start. It must be something you've been planning. You don't own a TV station. Owning a TV station is different from just having a channel on YouTube. You will have people working with you. You must know the equipment you need to buy. Like for us now, then when we're buying those big OB buses, they were big, they were the in thing then. But now you go for live coverages, everybody just come with one suitcase that has everything in it. So you also try to look at it, what is going to happen in the next 5 years. Don't let me just look at now. Then pray to God to give you good stuff. Those with the fear of God in their heart, who will take that job as if it's their own. Yes, you will have people who will insult you. What is wrong with her? Why is she working so hard? Is it her father's business? But don't mind them. Once you've decided to work with someone, it's the way you treat someone's job, they will also treat yours. So pray to have God-fearing people who know the job and who will work. And when they're tired, when they want to go, they will tell you, and not that they're still there spoiling things for you. And know you're also going to be a team player, someone who would work very well with the staff you have there. Let them know what is happening. Don't just be making the money and spending it and not take care of your staff. When you take care of them, at least those who are sincere, they will give you their best. So have the interest of your staff also at heart. And no matter the competition, don't be afraid. Just go ahead, do it, and always aim to win. Thank you.
I'm being so emotional.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
this
so much.
wonderful
So
insight.
much.
This conversation
My pleasure.
has
Thank
been,
you
I've learned a lot.
Honestly
I'm sure you've learned a lot.
Yes.
So thank you so much for coming
Thank you for
around,
having me.
Thank you for honoring this
Invitation. Yeah.
It's lovely to speak with you and learn from you. Thank you.
Enjoy
so
the
much.
rest
Thank
of
you
your
very
day.
much for having me, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
So guys,
I know
don't
you
go anywhere.
enjoyed that wonderful session. Just not us. I don't know why I'm tearing up, but it's fine.
Don't go anywhere. We
still
have
have,
another guest
for you. So
So
stay
go and
tuned.
refill that popcorn and stay tuned.
Yeah. Oh.